Welcome back. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and here to help us normalize conversation surrounding it is Dr. Wendy and Mark from our sponsors at Brylin Hospital. Thanks so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. I want to start off by asking you why Mental Health Awareness Month is so important, especially during this time.
It's so important during this time because we have to remember that 1 in 5 people suffer from a mental illness at some time in their life. And actually, untreated depression is the #2 cause of suicide.
Yeah.
So it's really important that we understand what's going on and that we continue to ask for help, not only in this month, but in every month. But you know, since COVID, there's been such a push for mental health that we can't forget that our mental health is really what drives everything in our lives.
Absolutely. What are some of the most common mental health issues you're seeing as your roles as unit chiefs of psychiatry?
Anxiety and depression.
Yeah.
Depression, people don't want to ask for help, and a lot of times they end up feeling, at the worst case scenario, suicidal. And they don't think that there's anywhere that they can go to, that they have to hold it in because they can't see it. So just because you can't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Anxiety is huge, and it's really interesting, but anxiety and depression tend to run together. Symptoms of anxiety and symptoms of depression seem to be very similar.
Yeah.
And one can lead to the other.
Okay. Now, Mark, can you tell us about Brylin's Ice Bucket Challenge for mental health awareness and what inspired this initiative?
Sure. So Brylin wanted to create something fun to generate that conversation around mental illness and stigma and encouraging individuals to reach out for help and treatment. So we created the Ice Bucket Challenge for mental health awareness, and we're encouraging individuals to take part, to help raise awareness, and like I said, normalize that conversation because we want to ultimately encourage individuals to reach out for help and treatment when needed.
Okay, alrighty. So how can people get involved with this, and why is participation in a challenge like this so important?
Sure. So if you want to participate, I mean, you can go to our website at brylin.com. It kind of describes the challenge. But if you're familiar with the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, it's very similar. So we're asking people to start off by talking about, you're here to take the Brylin Challenge for mental health awareness, and you dump a bucket of ice over your head, and you challenge 3 other individuals, maybe within your social circles or professional circles. We're encouraging individuals to tag Brylin Hospital and is using the hashtag Brylin Challenge to help generate that awareness.
Nice, alrighty. Now, what can people do to normalize the conversation around mental health, especially in their own families and workplaces?
That's a great question because people are uncomfortable still to talk about it. So it's easy when you feel uncomfortable to want to fix it. So you say, do this, do that. And really what you want to do is listen. You want to normalize it by listening to the person and creating empathy that you can understand what they're going through. You don't want to try to just fix the problem. You want to realize that the brain is an organ just like the heart, the lungs, and it's just as important, if not, I'm biased, but a little bit more so. And we want to just normalize it and say that this is okay. That we want to also not use, words that may be offensive and to kind of describe mental illness and just really make it like any other illness that we have in our body.
Yeah. Well, I feel like around me and my generation, I feel a lot of people now using the verbiage and saying, oh, I'm depressed, or, I have anxiety. But I don't necessarily see people taking action to help learn coping mechanisms, reach out for others. Like, it's great that people are recognizing that you deal with anxiety, but you don't have to be struggling, right?
Right.
How do we make a push for people to actually be getting the resources and taking what you have available at, Brylin and other places?
They have, it's hard because a lot of people will say, I don't know what to do, and it's hard for them to take that next step. So we just have to continue to gently push them to say, it's okay to ask for help. There are people out there that will help you, Brylin, other places that you can go to, that you're not alone, because the anxiety and depression can make you feel isolated and like you don't want to ask for help.
And like you're the problem too.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
That's a big one. What are some signs that someone may be struggling with their mental health, and how can their loved ones or family offer support?
Definitely a change of behavior. So if I used to socialize and go out and now I'm turning down invitations, or I'm isolating, a teenager isolating to their room, or a physical symptom, stomach aches, headaches. A change in their behavior is really something that you want to not ignore. Family shouldn't ignore what's going on, and basically ask, what's going on? What can I do to help? Even if you don't want to talk about it, I'm here, because like you said, it can be very, you blame yourself and you think it's you. But if someone reaches out and say, I'm here for you, that can be the first step.
Yeah, alrighty. Well, and also another first step is just reaching out for help. Tell us about the resources you have available at Brylin and how people can get in touch with you.
Sure. Right now, individuals, I think it's one out of 5 adults are struggling with mental illness, and unfortunately, less than half will reach out for help and treatment. So if you're in a crisis and you're struggling with your mental health, or if you have a friend or a family member that's doing the same, you can look us up at Brylin.com or give us a call at 886-8200, and one of our trained representatives will be able to assist.
Alrighty.
But one of the things we want to make sure is don't let it get to a crisis.
Yes, don't wait. You can reach out
Right.
for help at any time, and there's always work to be done on yourself.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for coming in and sharing more about Brylin. Viewers, if you'd like more information on the mental health resources available through our sponsors at Brylin Hospital and their Ice Bucket Challenge, you can visit Brylin.com or call the number on your screen. Thanks again for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.